Hussein didn't go far to hunt these days. He was on his own. So unless he went somewhere no one would go, it wasn't likely he could find mutant or sacred blood creatures before the gangs of Kinshan, Son of Heaven or Fist guided. Hussein went on the Skynet and logged into a forum called Polar Night, whose members were people from different planets currently struggling in God's sanctuary. Here, people from the same shelter could exchange information and needs. Although the Alliance had a similar official site, it was much easier for people to go on Polar Night because all you needed was a username. On the official site, you'd need to register with your real identity. Not wanting anyone to know his identity, Hussein went to the section of steel armor shelter, where there were a lot of posts, roughly 1,000 or more per day. He went through the postings, most of which were buying or selling information. And then there was some recruiting information. For example, the rich would spend money to hire some people from the same shelter to protect or help the child. Recently, Hussein's luck had been poor. Not only couldn't he find any mutual creatures or sacred blood creatures, he also failed to gain any beast souls. So, he decided to work for money. Hussein browsed for a while and saw a job posting that paid well. He was surprised to see it was Lin Baifeng who posted it. Hussein hadn't seen him since the last time they met. It was unexpected that he had also posted in steel armor shelter. Lin Baifeng was not only recruiting good men, but also making offers for beast souls and mutant creature flesh. He wanted all the good things, and was willing to pay for them. People who answered his threat were mainly just onlookers. After all, the demands for mutant creature flesh and beast souls were so high that no one would sell easily. Hussein browsed a while and turned to other threads, and soon he found a satisfactory job. There were several young people who had just entered God's sanctuary hiring a skilled hunter to help them kill primitive creatures. The requirement was to be able to deal with 10 primitive creatures and protect them at the same time, alone. In a word, this was a babysitting job. Watching these rookies fight primitive creatures and save them when they encountered danger. This job was not difficult, but quite troublesome. Generally speaking, the experienced would not take such a job. But these young men were paying well. 10,000 to protect them each day. And one contract was for at least half a month. Hussein sent a text message to the number they had left and didn't leave voicemail or send an image of himself. He didn't want his personal information to leak out. And that was why he had chosen Polar Night. He could have gone to the official site, where everything was regulated and protected by law. But he would need to sign the contract with his real identity. After a while, he received a reply, which said they had to see how well he could fight before deciding to hire him. Hussein had no problem with that and agreed to meet at a certain time and place in steel armor shelter. After agreeing to meet, Hussein did not close the window but continued to browse the trading section. After his bronze crescent spear was destroyed, he had wanted to hunt himself a weapon beast soul. But he had had no luck with a beast soul at all. Hussein wasn't trying to buy a weapon beast soul but a man-made alloy bow and arrow. Alpha alloy weapons could now easily kill primitive beasts. But not mutant creatures. They were not cheap either. And normally even more expensive than primitive beast souls. Hussein could use most of the weapons. But he had worked hard on archery since he had planned to hunt alone at a distance before he entered God's sanctuary. But he overlooked something. He couldn't afford any good bow and arrows. And without those, he couldn't even pierce the skin of any creature. Now he had earned some money and it would be possible for him to purchase an alloy bow and arrows. And he wanted to start hunting with archery. It was After all, both a safe and powerful way of hunting. The most important thing was that, in God's sanctuary, only the one who launched the last hit had the chance to gain the beast's soul. And archery must be among the top 3 methods when it came to the potential windfall. Archery required special training, so most people preferred swords and knives. There weren't many posts about selling a bow and arrows. Hussein was trying to save money, so he wanted to buy some second-hand goods. The alpha alloy bows all cost more than $1 million, which was too expensive for him. The silver lining was that due to the unpopularity of archery, there were not many competing buyers either. Hussein noticed a post from 7 days ago written by someone who was about to go to the second God's sanctuary and planned to sell all his belongings. All the stuff was sold except for an alloy bow and 6 alloy arrows. A bow from the Black Vader series and arrows from the Saber series. Hussein had practiced archery for a while and carefully studied all types of bows and arrows. To make weapons, the alloy didn't necessarily need to be the stiffest, because if it was too stiff, the edge could chip. However, stiff alloy didn't wear out easily. Bows and arrows were no exceptions. There were 3 types alloy used in a Black Vader bow. 2 were mixed to make the bow itself in order to guarantee its flexibility and stiffness at the same time. And the alloy used in making the string was even more special. Its manufacturing methods monopolized by a few interstellar metal production companies. The Black Vader series was a classic series of alloy bows. And the prices were overwhelming. The cheapest one, Wanderer's bow, cost $2 million, with no arrows or quiver included in the price.